And switching gears slightly, turning to state politics, as far as the new Christie administration, do you have any thoughts on how he's handling things as far as fiscal policy is concerned?
One of the things is about Christie, I supported Steve Lonigan for governor, and he ran against Christie in the primary, and Christie won. Then I looked at Christie and I said, he's better than Corzine. At least Christie is not going to shut down the state for a day. One of the things is that, Christie had a hard job. With Camden and the city of Trenton needing money and needing their own bailouts. Newark needed a bailout. And so, I commend him on dealing with the fiscal policies of our city, giving the money that we need so, we can have our police force. We can keep our police force. We can keep our fire department. Even around cities like in Camden, cities in Newark, like Newark. Because we know we need police officers, we need firemen, we need city workers to take care of our problems that we have, the day-to-day situations that we have in our cities. So that was awesome. I commend him. Also, the idea of Christie, dealing with the ideas of pension. He's fighting that politicians and people that work for the county and work for the state don't have these double pensions, triple pensions. People don't supposed to get rich while they work for the people. They're supposed to serve the people. You're working for the city, you're working for the state, work for the county. Your pension, every year you get $200,000-$300,000 pensions. That has to stop. I commend Christie on dealing with issues on education. It's important, especially to open up the charter schools. It's important. But it's important to deal with the public school system. Even though we have problems, Christie, Christie's in a tough situation. He got to battle the unions, the NGA, and all the other unions, because you can't do the same. How do they say? You can't, you can't do things as same before, as usual. It has to change. You have to, when you look at the situation with our schools, 40% dropout rate, 50%, 60% dropout rate. You have to try new ideas, and the idea is that the unions are really, they don't want to change. They don't want to give up anything. When you still have people that are suffering, you have kids that are, can't get quality education. They have teachers you can't fire. Even in the video we was talking about when we had a press conference, teachers gone wild. Well, you can call a child a nigger, or you can do whatever to a child and say whatever, and you won't get fired. These are the things that, like I said, business can't be as usual in our school systems. So Christie has done I give Christie a B. For dealing with our fiscal policies, definitely in the city, giving money back to the city, making sure our city, and holding our city responsible, accountable. Just not giving, here's the money, do whatever. You know what I mean? And that's what caused the problems. We've been giving these politicians money, and they've been spending it on their family, their friends. Everybody's making $150,000 when they should be making $80,000, giving them raises. We have to be fiscal responsible for our cities. No longer can we have that money. Our great heydays in the 90s when we had millions, billions of dollars in New Jersey. Where is it at? And so, I give him a B. He's trying his hard, and he's going around doing tours around the state, talking about fiscal responsibility, fair government, and he's doing a great job.
Okay. And switching gears to something national with regard to the...
it's cold out here.
Yeah, I can feel it myself, brother. With regard to the U.S. involvement in Libya, any thoughts on that?
I think Obama is wrong. We just got out of, we're still in Afghanistan. We still have troops in Iraq. Obama promised to bring the troops home. He went over there, Gaddafi, and one of the strangest things, when are we getting the truth? When you listen to NPR News when it first started, Gaddafi was turning the gun on his own people. Well, no, he was fighting rebels. You know, you had rebels in this country. You had Al-Qaeda in this country, you know, starting chaos. You know, when they say, oh my God, Obama, you know, Gaddafi is killing his own people, and then when you look on TV, you see his own people with weapons, you know, rockets, grenade launchers, you know, machine guns. You know, that's not their own people. You know, if you're going to have, you know, those are rebels that want to overtake Gaddafi. And then Obama talks about, you know, well, he's killing his own people. We were never over there. Well, a week ago, now he's saying that there were CIA agents over in Libya. A German newspaper reported that there were 8 British troops over there in Libya. Now, what are the British doing in Libya? What is the CIA doing in Libya? I mean, that's a serious problem. And, you know, and it's like the Crusades all over again. You know, you want to take the man's oil. You want to, you know, and he's no Saddam Hussein. But I know he's no angel, too. But the idea is, you know, the Bush administration, and I didn't like the Bush administration, they didn't bother Gaddafi. You know, and the idea was, you know, that we need peace in the Middle East, we need peace in North Africa. And you got to understand about Gaddafi. People don't understand. When Gaddafi took over the country and 40 years ago, Libya was the poorest country in Africa. And you look at Libya now, it is the richest country and has the best oil in the world. See, and see, this is why you have European countries, people have like George Soros, you know, as you know, somebody, if you don't know him, look him up, the puppet master. He was the one that brought down the British dollar, the British pound, betted against it. He can't go in certain countries. You know, people like that are controlling strings behind Obama, you know, and other individuals, you know, and so, and this is now conspiracy. This is real, you know, and so we need to stay out of our own country, other countries, you know, and bring the troops home. Bring the troops home from South Korea. You know, Obama promised to bring the troops home from Afghanistan. But what happened? He sent 30,000 troops. And now if you look all over the country, all over the world, you see we have riots in Morocco, Yemen, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Ivory Coast right now going on. You know, all over the Middle East, North Africa. You know, people are rising up. You know, and you know, one of the, just as this thing might happen, you know, happenstance. Well, you know, eventually, you know, everybody rose up at the same time. Something was behind this. Who is behind this rise up? You know, and you know, what's going to happen in America? You know, and it's important that we seek the truth. You know, if we don't seek the truth, then we're blind. You know, who are the individuals behind this? I remember Gaddafi did an interview. He had an interview right around this time, was right around this insurrection happened in this country, and he said that it was Al-Qaeda in this country. And now CNN, Fox News, MSNBC are now saying that yes, Al-Qaeda are in this country and they are part of the rebels. And now we have our American administration wants to give weapons to Al-Qaeda. Now here's the same ones that, you know, hate America and would have took part in 9/11. You know, what's the truth? Who do we believe? You know, and people need to wake up to that. I mean, it's so important.